everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. And this is my last minute tree skirt. This is about half an hour, 45 minutes of your time. So it's a very simple design, not a lot of fabric or a lot of instructions are necessary. It's pretty cut and dry on how to make this. This is also a great beginner's sewing project. Okay, let's get started. I'm using two different fabrics for this project. You'll need 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 yards. It all depends on how big you want to make this. Most of the fabrics that are quilting fabrics are 42 inches to 45 inches wide. Now I'm working on a very small one. The process for making the tree skirt is exactly the same no matter how small or how big it is. So you want to take your fabric that you've purchased and fold it in half. Here's the selvage edges together right here. Then you're going to make sure you smooth it out real well and your edges are even. Then fold it one more time and again smooth out all of your edges. Now, how far out you start drawing your lines depends on the width of your fabric. So let's say you have 42-inch wide quilting fabric. Divide that width in half, so that would be 21 inches. So here's my corner up here where all my folded edges are together. I'm going to go out from this corner 21 inches. So just place your ruler there, place your 21-inch line. You can use a tape measure or yardstick, whatever you have, and go out and make little marks. So you keep moving the ruler, keeping that 21-inch line on your corner, drawing lines. And you continue that all the way around over to the other side. So you have this curved dash line. Now you're going to need something round. This is 3-inch diameter across. By the time you're done making the opening where the tree trunk goes, it'll be about a 3.5-inch wide opening. So if you think your tree trunk is going to be bigger than that, then of course you would need a larger circle. So I've got lines on my circle showing where the middle is. I'm going to put one line on this edge and the other line on this edge up here, and then draw a line. Now take your fabric that you've just cut, and this is what it should look like. You're going to take your fabric for the other side, that's this red here, put the pretty side down of this fabric here to where you have front sides, the prettiest sides together, and go ahead and smooth it all out. Then place pins all the way around your edges, and then take scissors or a rotary cutter and cut everything out, including this hole here. By doing it this way, you have an exact fit. Now place pins around the edges, and then before you stitch it, you need to cut a line right through on one side. This is going to be your opening area that goes around the back of the Christmas tree. So remember, you're only cutting through this side. Don't cut all the way across. So just put your ruler there and you're just going to cut a straight line. Let's see if I got it there. Okay. Then place pins along here and then you can finish cutting your circle out. Now after you've finished cutting the circle out, go ahead and pin around that area also. Then you're going to indicate an opening. So you're going to leave an opening here large enough for your hand to go through so that you can turn this front side out. So always you're going to back stitch on both sides of your opening. So start here, and because this is one side of the opening, and do a 1/4 inch seam all the way around. Okay, then as you come back here, you come up to where the 2 pins are, then you would back stitch again. So after you've got it all stitched, you've got 4 corners, 2 up here at the inner circle and at the outer edge of the circle. You want to cut some of that fabric off at your corners to where it's about 1/8 of an inch wide. Then after you've done your corners, you want to go to all your curved edges and do little tiny slits all the way around. And you also want to do it on the outer edge, do little slits. You do this because when you go to turn it front side out, it's going to lay a lot flatter. Now reach inside your opening and begin turning it front side out. After you have it turned front side out, then you want to reach back inside. Go to all 4 corners and poke them out. And then push against the inside of it against the outer edges to smooth it all out. Now here's where my opening edge was to reach inside. You want to fold those edges in 1/4 of an inch and place pins to hold. Then go to your ironing board and give the entire skirt a good pressing. After you've finished pressing, then you're going to stitch around all of the finished edges. You're going to stitch about 1/8 of an inch from the outer edge in and go all the way around the entire skirt. If after you're done and you kind of wish the tree skirt had just a little more to it, here's some suggestions for embellishing it. You could take this bias tape, 1/2 inch wide bias tape, and fold it around the edges and then pin it down, and then you could stitch close to the edge all the way around. Another suggestion is just take your 1/2 inch wide rickrack, place it on the edge, and stitch down through the center of the rickrack. Now, if you have access to really large rickrack, you can even put this all the way around the edge. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you learned something new. Tree skirts are really very simple to do. But if you're interested in other tree skirt designs, I have 3 others. There will be a link below your YouTube screen that'll take you to those other tree skirt patterns, or tutorials, I should say. Now don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing! If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl. This is Manny. See you next time.